Hello everybody, welcome back to the video. In this video, we're going to be looking at the Dave the Diver event in MapleStory. I'm going to tell you what I think about it, give you some advice. This is more of like a first look video instead of a complete full-blown guide on every single day, because this event actually is really long and there's different stuff that you have to do every single day. But I think it's still really valuable to watch this video because I'm going to show you guys how the event works. Once you understand how the event works, then the event becomes a lot easier because you just have to follow the written guides for what you need to do every single day. So what I mean is every single day you have different tasks to do, but the event plays the same throughout every single day. So in this video, you're going to learn how the event actually works, and then I'll show you the guides that you need to follow, and you could do that for every single day, and also show you some other resources that are really useful. Like for example, the Wacky Beans YouTube channel has a lot of Dave the Diver videos that you can watch and follow along. If you really want like a complete walkthrough, then this resource is available. So shout out to Wacky Beans. There's also Dave the Diver written guides that I'll have linked down below. This one is made by my friend Duky, who translated all of the Korean guides and created two different builds. One that's easier to do, but it takes 20 days. And then another one that's a little harder, but takes 16 days. And then there's also the Wacky Beans guide itself, which has every single day by day. So you could choose to follow this one as well. I personally like DK's guide a little more because he has so many pictures in it, but either one will be fine. And of course, everything will be linked down below. So the first thing you got to know about the Dave the Diver event is your controls are going to be different. You actually have to use like WASD to move, and the controls are set. So you're going to have to get used to the controls, and that alone could be a little tricky for you. I would estimate that a daily run would take anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes. For me, with the tutorial on the daily run, it took around 25 minutes. And basically, you have your phone on the bottom left if you press escape. This is what's really important about the phone. The phone gives you your mission that you have to do. So it says mission, hire one dining area staff. And once you complete the mission, that's how you get tokens for the token shop, so you can get the rewards that you want. The best rewards from this are the advanced XP vouchers. If you're going to do this event, definitely get the XP vouchers, the advanced ones. They're by far the best reward. The VIP boosters are okay if you really do this event a lot and you have a ton of tokens. And same with the regular XP vouchers. These are okay as well. Maybe you could get like a 210 link skill out of it, but mostly the advanced XP vouchers are the good part of this event. Now, to be honest with you, before you even start doing this event, just know that if you don't want to do it, it's not that big of a deal. The best reward is the advanced XP vouchers and a bunch of cosmetics. So if you want the cosmetics like chairs and random different types of NX, then do the event. But if you're more of like a progression focused person, even if you don't do this event, you're not really missing out on much. There's no legacy. There's no super crazy reward that you have to do. There's this thing called a codex. This is basically just collecting every single monster that is in the water, and then you'll get some cosmetics out of it. There's the weapon shop that you can use to upgrade your weapons, and there's the diver gear that you can use to upgrade your gear. So this is actually pretty important, the diver gear and the weapon shop. How this works is you need gold to upgrade your items, right? I don't know if you guys have ever played a game called Learn to Fly. This is a really random obscure reference, but basically it's this penguin that you have to upgrade the penguin's gear so you could fly further. It's kind of like that, where you're upgrading your gear so you can dive further and faster and longer. And then same with the weapons, so you can kill the monsters faster, you can deal more damage, all that type of stuff, and hit them for further range. All this is in the guide. Like the guide will tell you what to upgrade and when and what to use your gold for. So make sure you follow the guides. Like I said, I linked down below. So the phone is really useful. And when you dive, when you go underwater, I'll show you guys in a second. When you go underwater, you're gonna obviously kill a bunch of monsters and stuff, and then when you kill them, you'll get ingredients. And the second part of this event, or the second thing that you have to do, is you have to use all of those ingredients at the restaurant and feed all the customers. Now, it does sound overwhelming and confusing, but it's not that bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another run. I'm going to buy another run for 1,000 maple points so I can show you guys what it's like actually underwater. So if you want to go underwater, you have to hold space over here, then you'll dive. And basically the map is really huge. So if you have the guide pulled up on like a second monitor or something, you could see where you need to go. But I'm going to show you the basics of the dive and just how it works. Are you looking for a new browser? You should definitely try Opera GX then. With my link down below, you could download it and try it for free. You don't gotta buy anything. And let me tell you about it real quick. So for me, I put a wallpaper on the browser of the MapleStory mages just because I think this picture is really nice. It also has a bunch of shortcuts to any website that you want to go to. There's a sidebar that's actually really useful. One of the main things that Opera GX has is called GX Control, where you can limit the amount of RAM and CPU usage that certain websites have, or even network usage so your computer and your browser runs faster. It also has other integrations like Twitch or Spotify that allow you to just play your music so you don't even have to have the apps open themselves. And you guys might have heard that uBlock Origin just got destroyed off of Google Chrome, so Opera GX offers its own ad block that's really good. It's just built into it. Toggle it on and then you have no ads for whatever site that you're on. It even has a built-in panic button in case you're looking at something that, hey, maybe you shouldn't be looking at. Press the panic button and it's gone, just like that. Anyways, like I said, thank you Opera GX for sponsoring. If you want to try it, link down below in the description. It would help me out a lot. Appreciate you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of the video. So when you're underwater, you have your O2 tank on the bottom, and that's basically just tells you how long you could be underwater for. And you have your different weapons. If you press tab, you could cycle the weapons. You have a ranged weapon, you have your harpoon, you have your knife. So let's say I want to collect these jellyfish, right? I'm just gonna like use my knife on them, and the monsters can also hit you back, and then you'll lose oxygen and even faster. And then once you kill the monster, you have to swim over it to collect it. Now keep in mind you only have a certain amount of ammo and stuff, but there are like boxes and other things that you could get underwater that could give you more O2 and more resources. So there's this like walkie here, and if I hold space on it, it'll immediately send me to the surface. So it's important to know where these things are, and the deeper that I go, the more oxygen that'll get consumed. So you have to be very, very careful. You see there's an oxygen tank over here. So I'm going to collect it and then I'll be back at full oxygen, right? You can hold shift to dash around faster, but it uses more oxygen. So there's certain fish that actually aggro onto, like this one will aggro if I get really close, and then it'll actually try and hit you. So I'm going to try shooting it. I'm going to hold right click with my gun and I'm going to shoot it. You can see it kind of like defended itself actually, which is pretty crazy. And now I collected the fish, and you can see that I'm just collecting a bunch of stuff, and this is going to come in handy much later. You're going to need one of these bullfishes early on, so if you ever see them, make sure you collect them. But they have a lot of health. You can see I could get more ammo here, and it'll help me continue the dive. So it's really, really important to look at the guide and find out where all the resources are, because they're gonna dramatically increase the length of time that you have in the dive. Some of the stuff is heavy, and because it's heavy, it's gonna make you deplete oxygen faster and make you move slower when you collect the resources. So you have to keep that in mind. Now this is like a really aggro fish. This one will actually just like kill you, so you have to be very careful with it. There's only so much you can hold. So I have a lot of stuff now, and I'm moving very slowly, so I'm gonna make my way back to where the lift was and try to go back to the top, because I'm obviously like way overweight right now. So I'm going to grab this, I'm going to hold space, and it's going to bring me back to the top. But you can see like you have to hold the key down for quite a while, and you could literally die in the middle of holding it down. So you can't just go to it at like 1 oxygen. All right, so these are all the things I collected. So I'm going to press OK, and you could see that these things that you collect all unlock different recipes for you. So for example, the Starry Puffer unlocks this recipe and gives me a certain amount of materials, right? So now after you do your dive, you're going to be in the restaurant, and basically how the restaurant works, this part could be a little confusing, but I'm gonna try to make it as simple as possible for you. Is first of all, you have your menu. This is the basic menu on the left, and this is just like the normal stuff you could sell in the shop. Then you can add specific items for the day. Like just because I gathered a bunch of resources, I could add specific items, and those items that I could get come from whatever I got from that day. So let's say I want to add a bunch of these. You could also even enhance the recipe so that it's even better, right? So I'm gonna enhance it, and then I'll get even more money from it basically. So I'm gonna add like 3 of these, and then I'm gonna add maybe a bunch of these. I'm gonna also enhance it, so this way when people are ordering at the restaurant, they can also order this stuff, and you'll get more money from them ordering the more expensive stuff instead of just the basic items. So let's just say I add all of these. I'm gonna press close, and there's no like save button, so even after I press close, like it's still there. Now all of these recipes are unlocked, and you could see them up here, and this is what people are able to order. The second thing you could do is you could hire staff to make things easier for you, but the staff is very expensive. Obviously you're not going to be able to order staff on the first day. You're going to be able to order staff in the future, but the staff will make things a lot easier because there's a lot of different activities you have to do in the middle of serving people. So if you decide to continue with Dave the Diver on and on and on, you'll be able to hire staff, and again, if you follow the guide, you'll know what staff have to hire at any point. So another thing that you got to keep in mind is there's just like purple meter next to you. If you hold shift, you'll be able to run. But if you keep holding it and you deplete it, you get debuffed and you can't move that much. So do not deplete it. Like just make sure it gets low and then stop running so it could fill back up and then run again. And again, these controls are set. You can't really change the key bindings. But basically how the restaurant works is this guy's going to be cooking stuff up. Customers are going to walk in and you're going to have to get the food and deliver it to them. Now, there are other things that you have to do. Like for example, you're going to have to refill the wasabi. You're going to have to clean up after the dirty customers. The customers get angry if you don't give them the food fast enough. And I'll show you what that looks like. So let's open the restaurant and I'll try to commentate on what I'm doing. So over here is the wasabi. This wasabi meter slowly goes down as time goes on. So customers are walking in, right? They're going to want to order stuff and he's going to start preparing it. If somebody orders tea, you're going to have to pour tea until you reach the right amount. The tip is to count to 4 while you're pouring and then it'll be the perfect amount every single time. So you got to collect the food and then give it to the customers. So I'm going to collect the food, press space. This guy's getting angry. I'm going to give it to him. I'm going to collect the food over here. I'm going to run over here. He's getting angry. I'm going to give it to him. Do not press Q. I made the mistake of pressing Q instead of space. When you press Q, you just get rid of the food. So the wasabi emptied. So you have to press W to fill it back up and then you're good. So now I'm going to serve her tea. Remember, count to 4 and then you'll get the perfect amount every single time. So I'm going to collect the food. I'm going to give it to her because she's angry. I accidentally overcapped on my energy. Get the food, give it to her, get the food. I need to refill the wasabi and then this person has dirty dishes. So whenever there's dirty dishes, all you have to do is click on it and then spam AD really quickly and then it cleans all their dirty dishes. So I'm going to give her the food because she's angry and then I'm going to fill up the wasabi. You need to fill up the wasabi so the guy can keep cooking. So spam W to fill up the wasabi and then you're going to start the next meal. Got to clean up the dirty dishes. So spam A and D over here. He's getting angry. I should make it in time. So now we're good. He still has wasabi left. So I'm still good. There's no dirty dishes. So I'm chilling. And then everything in the menu is sold and we're probably going to close shop right now. So now shop is closed and you can see I earned a bunch of money from doing that. So now that I got a bunch of gold, I could use that gold to do a few things. I could use the gold to either upgrade my own gear, right? And then I could dive longer, or I could use the gold to upgrade my weapon so I do more damage, or I could use the gold to hire people so that I can feed people better. Now, obviously, the best route for this is just following the guide. The guide is optimized so you could finish as fast as possible and so that you could do the missions as fast as possible. So mission, the one that I'm on, this is hire 1 dining area staff. So that's what I would want to do. If you want to go to the restaurant, you would go to the left of the boat and then press sushi and then you're at the restaurant. And now I could like try and hire people whenever I'm able to. But obviously, like I can't really hire that many people right now because I'm too broke. I could try and hire him, right? And then press sign. He's got no skills, but like all good. So I hired him and he should be able to like help me serve food, make things a little bit easier for me. So now when I go back to the boat, I can press my phone and you can see that I finished a mission. Whenever you finish a mission, you have to press E to start the story and then you're going to go through like a cutscene every single time and you're going to get a bunch of tokens along with it. There you go. I got another 20,000 tokens. And then now for my next mission, I have to hire 1 kitchen staff and I could use the tokens to buy whatever I want. So that's how this event works. You have to dive, go get resources, and then everything that comes with diving, you upgrade your gear to dive longer, do more damage. There's a lot of different there's like boss fights down there once you get really deep. There's a lot of different type of stuff. And then you have to get the materials so that you can serve it to people in the kitchen. And then you make money from serving people at the kitchen, keep upgrading your gear, doing the missions, and then repeat. And every single day that you do this, you're going to be able to dive longer, get more materials. The restaurant's going to be able to have more recipes and you're going to be able to hire more people. So it's this constant back and forth of just like upgrading your restaurant, upgrading your gear, and being able to dive longer. That's basically how this event works. Again, I'm going to have everything that I mentioned linked down below, the guides, Wacky Beans walkthrough as well. I don't plan on having a day-by-day walkthrough of like every single day, what you should do every single time. I just wanted to make this video so you guys understand how this event works. It does seem overwhelming at first, but once you get used to it, it's actually not that bad. You just got to follow the guide. But like I mentioned, if you want to skip it all together, not that big of a deal. But yeah, if you have any questions, definitely leave a comment down below. If you have any advice, leave a comment down below so we could all help each other out. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and pull up to the live streams. Also join the Discord so you can stay in touch, join the community. And of course, check out Opera GX. It's actually pretty good. All you have to do is download it. It's free. And if you got to the very end of the video, say the word Cobra. So I know you watched the whole thing and you're the GOAT. Anyways, appreciate you guys so much. much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Shout out to my beautiful members, Blazefire, Shooms, Shagad, Ravi Espa, Koga, Skittles, CKJ, Vampiric X, Fresh and Juicy, Kelvin, Cloud Figs, Trashbot, Henzo, Dylan, Cloudy Quesos, Jason B, Sylvester L, J.A., Russell M, Mochi Teddy, Zero Sama, Shredbot, Michael R, and Suna TM. I appreciate you guys so much. If you guys ever want to submit art, put it in the Discord fan art channel, and I'll see you for the next video.